Ladies and gentlemen, life as we know it is a journey of highs and lows full of twists and turns. One thing we can always count on, though, is change. People come into our lives, friends, family, mentors, and they often leave. Whether it's due to distance, life's unexpected curveballs, or simply growing apart, people will leave. That's the reality. But the question is, when they do, how do you respond? The answer is simple: you learn to survive alone. You learn to thrive in your own company, to develop strength from within, and to create a life that's fulfilling no matter who's by your side. The truth is, if you're always depending on someone else for your happiness, success, or sense of direction, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Life won't always go as planned. People will leave, but the ability to survive alone, to stand tall on your own, is what truly sets you apart. Self-confidence is the foundation of your survival. Understand your strengths, accept your weaknesses, and know that you are enough just as you are. The moment you believe in your own value, the world will respond differently to you. It's easy to blame others for the way your life turns out, but true empowerment comes from taking responsibility. When you take ownership of your actions and decisions, you free yourself from the need to rely on others for your success or happiness. Your emotions shouldn't be tied to the actions or opinions of others. When you become emotionally independent, you stop seeking validation from others. You start creating your own peace, your own happiness, and your own path. The mind is your greatest asset. In moments of solitude, develop a mindset that doesn't crumble under pressure. Learn to find solutions, not excuses. A strong mindset enables you to face challenges head-on, knowing you can overcome them. The best way to survive alone is to never stop growing. Make personal development your priority. Read books, take courses, practice new skills, and consistently work on improving yourself. As you grow, your ability to handle life's obstacles will naturally expand. Solitude is not loneliness. It's a space where you connect with yourself and your true potential. Learn to appreciate being alone, for it's often in those moments that your greatest ideas and revelations arise. When people leave or when life gets tough, discipline becomes your anchor. Develop daily habits that move you closer to your goals. Consistent actions, no matter how small, create momentum that will propel you forward even when the world feels like it's standing still. Understand that life isn't about how many people surround you, but the quality of your journey. When someone leaves, it's not the end of your story, it's simply a chapter closing. Don't mourn the departure, celebrate your ability to stand strong and continue forward. To build self-confidence, you must first realize that confidence doesn't come from external approval or recognition. It starts from within, and it's built over time through consistent actions, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of your own worth. You see, confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you create by taking responsibility for your life and your choices. Start by developing a clear vision of who you want to become. Success isn't an accident, it's a deliberate choice. When you know where you're going and you have a clear path to follow, your confidence grows. Each step you take toward that goal, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in yourself. It's the simple act of keeping promises to yourself, fulfilling your commitments, and following through on your goals that steadily builds that inner trust. Another way to build confidence is through self-discipline. The more disciplined you are in your actions, the more you prove to yourself that you can do what you set your mind to. When you can control your actions, your mind naturally begins to trust in your ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. Discipline breeds confidence, and confidence propels you forward. It's also important to constantly remind yourself of your past successes. Reflect on moments when you've overcome obstacles, faced adversity, and achieved things that once seemed impossible. Those experiences, whether big or small, are evidence of your strength and capability. Whenever you doubt yourself, remember those victories because they are proof that you are capable of handling more than you might realize. You can't build confidence in isolation, though. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, but never depend on them to validate your worth. Let their support be a reflection of what you already believe about yourself. When you begin to trust your own judgment and make decisions based on your values and principles, you will see your self-confidence soar. Finally, understand that confidence doesn't mean perfection. It means being okay with your flaws, learning from your mistakes, and improving day by day. True self-confidence comes from accepting that you're a work in progress, and that's okay. No one becomes their best self overnight. But as long as you're committed to the process, you'll keep growing, and that growth will naturally fuel your confidence. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's the moment you stop blaming the world, your circumstances, or other people for the way things are, and take full ownership of the direction your life is heading. No one can control your life better than you can. When you recognize this truth, you step into the driver's seat, and that's where true personal power lies. Too many people fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect opportunity or the right person to come along and fix things for them. They blame their job, their environment, their family, or even the economy for their lack of progress. But here's the truth. The only thing holding you back is you. Your decisions, your actions, and your mindset are the key ingredients in shaping your future. The moment you stop blaming and start taking responsibility, you take control of your destiny. When you take responsibility, you no longer make excuses. Excuses are the comfort zone that keep people stuck in mediocrity. They give you a false sense of security, but deep down, you know they don't move you forward. Instead of saying, I can't because of this, you start saying, I can and I will despite this. It's a shift in mindset that changes everything. It's a shift from being a passive participant in your life to becoming an active creator of your future. Taking responsibility means embracing the fact that you are the one who makes your decisions. Whether you succeed or fail, it's because of the choices you make. There's power in knowing that you hold the pen to your story. If you don't like the chapter you're in, it's up to you to write the next one. You might not control everything that happens around you, but you control how you respond to it. And that's where your true power lies. The real breakthrough comes when you accept that your results, whether good or bad, are the result of your actions. Success doesn't happen by chance. It's the outcome of the discipline you apply, the decisions you make, and the work you put in and day out. Likewise, if things aren't going the way you want, it's time to take a long, honest look at what you're doing or not doing and make the changes necessary to get back on track. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for external circumstances to change before you do. You stop waiting for someone to save you or make things better. You become proactive, seeking opportunities and creating solutions rather than waiting for them to appear. This attitude of ownership and initiative is what separates those who succeed from those who only dream of success. You must also accept that setbacks and challenges are part of the journey. Life isn't about avoiding difficulties, but learning how to navigate them. Taking responsibility means embracing those moments as opportunities for growth, learning from your mistakes and using them to propel you forward. When you stop blaming others or circumstances for your struggles, you begin to see every obstacle as a lesson, not a roadblock. Finally, taking responsibility for your life means never giving up on yourself. No matter how tough things get, you understand that the power to change lies within you. You don't wait for things to get better, you take action and make things better. You understand that the path to success is never a straight line, it's filled with twists, turns, and bumps along the way. But as long as you're responsible for your actions, you'll keep moving forward and keep learning, because the most important thing is not where you are right now, but where you're headed. When you fully embrace responsibility, you stop being a passenger in your life and become the driver of your destiny. It's not always easy, but it's the only way to truly live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Take responsibility and watch how your life transforms. Developing emotional independence is one of the most powerful skills you can cultivate. Too often, we find ourselves relying on others, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, to determine how we feel about ourselves. We let their opinions, their moods, and their actions dictate our emotional state. The problem with this is simple. When you depend on others to define your worth or happiness, you surrender your power to them. Your emotional well-being becomes a reflection of what's happening around you, not of what's happening within you. True emotional independence comes from within. It's about learning to manage your emotions, no matter what's going on in the world or in the lives of those around you. It means no longer letting someone else's bad day or negative attitude pull you down. It means finding peace and balance within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. And that takes practice, awareness, and a willingness to take responsibility for your emotions. When you begin to develop emotional independence, you stop relying on external validation. You stop seeking approval from others to feel good about yourself. Your self-worth is no longer contingent on someone else's recognition, praise, or acceptance. You start to find validation in your own actions, your own decisions, and your own sense of purpose. You create your own peace, and that peace is something no one can take from you. It's also important to understand that emotional independence doesn't mean you shut yourself off from others or become cold. It means that you maintain control over how you react to the world around you. You learn to stay calm, even when chaos is swirling around you. You don't let the actions or words of others dictate your mood, because you know that your emotional state is your responsibility, not theirs. Developing emotional independence also involves accepting that you can't control everything, and that's okay. Life isn't about making sure everything goes your way, but rather learning how to handle things when they don't. People will let you down, things won't go according to plan, and setbacks will happen. But when you're emotionally independent, you don't let those things consume you. You deal with them, learn from them, and move forward. You become resilient because you understand that your emotional health is your responsibility. A big part of this independence is also learning to let go of the need to be liked by everyone. When you're emotionally independent, you stop molding yourself to fit into the expectations of others. You understand that not everyone will approve of you or agree with you, and that's perfectly fine. Your happiness doesn't hinge on someone else's opinion. You stand firm in who you are, and you're okay with people disagreeing or not understanding your choices. One of the most important aspects of emotional independence is the ability to stay positive in the face of adversity. Life will challenge you, but your response to those challenges defines your emotional state. When you develop emotional independence, you see challenges as opportunities for growth, not as threats to your happiness. You understand that while you can't always control what happens, you can always control how you choose to respond. Finally, emotional independence is about cultivating self-love and self-respect. You can't be emotionally independent if you don't value yourself. So invest in your personal growth, take care of your mental and emotional health, and make sure that the love and respect you give to others is equally given to yourself. The more you build your own sense of self-worth, the less you will rely on others to give it to you. In the end, emotional independence is the key to a life of true freedom. When you are emotionally self-reliant, you take control of your life and your happiness. You stop living in reaction to the world around you and start living with intention and purpose. And that's when life becomes truly empowering. Cultivating a strong mindset is one of the most important things you can do for your success and happiness. A strong mindset isn't something you're born with, it's something you build over time. It comes from your daily thoughts, the habits you create, and the way you respond to life's challenges. It's about having the mental fortitude to face adversity, to push through obstacles, and to remain focused on your goals, no matter how difficult things may seem. The first step in developing a strong mindset is to believe in yourself. This doesn't mean you think you're perfect or that you have all the answers, but it does mean you trust in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. When you believe in yourself, you stop doubting your potential and start taking action. You stop waiting for permission or for the right time. You recognize that the time to act is now and that you have the power to make things happen. A strong mindset is also built on resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, failures, and disappointments. Life isn't always going to go the way you expect. You're going to face tough times. But what defines you is not what happens to you, but how you respond. People with a strong mindset see failure not as the end, but as part of the process. They understand that every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. They use their failures as stepping stones, not as reasons to give up. Another crucial element of a strong mindset is discipline. Discipline is the ability to stay focused on your goals, even when distractions or challenges arise. It's easy to get sidetracked, to fall into the trap of procrastination, or to give in to short-term pleasures that don't align with your long-term goals. But the person with a strong mindset knows that success requires sacrifice. They do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it, because they understand that the small actions they take today will lead to big results tomorrow. A strong mindset is also one that embraces growth. The most successful people are always learning. They never settle for what they already know. They seek out new knowledge, new experiences, and new challenges. A growth mindset is the belief that you can always improve, that you can always get better, and that there is no limit to what you can achieve. This mindset encourages you to push beyond your comfort zone, to step into the unknown, and to challenge yourself to be better than you were yesterday. You also need to be aware of the thoughts you feed your mind. A strong mindset starts with a strong mental diet. If you're constantly feeding yourself negative, limiting beliefs, you'll never achieve greatness. You need to be intentional about what you think about. Replace self-doubt and fear with thoughts of possibility, confidence, and opportunity. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether it's books, people, or environments that lift you up and inspire you to be your best. The quality of your thoughts will determine the quality of your life. A strong mindset also requires the ability to stay calm in the face of adversity. Life will throw curveballs your way, unexpected problems, challenges, or crises, but the person with a strong mindset knows that panic is never the solution. Instead of reacting emotionally, they respond rationally. They take a step back, assess the situation, and make a plan. They don't let their emotions control them, they control their emotions. This calm, measured approach allows them to think clearly, make better decisions, and move forward with confidence. Finally, a strong mindset is one of persistence. Success doesn't happen overnight. and there will be many times when the road gets tough. But the person with a strong mindset understands that it's the consistent effort, the persistence to keep going, that makes all the difference. They don't quit when things get hard. They push through the challenges, keep their eyes on the prize, and continue to put in the work, even when the results aren't immediate. In summary, cultivating a strong mindset is about developing belief in yourself, embracing failure as part of the journey, staying disciplined and focused, and always striving for growth. It's about controlling your thoughts, staying calm in the face of adversity, and being persistent no matter how many obstacles come your way. When you develop a strong mindset, you develop the inner strength to handle anything life throws at you, and you set yourself up for success, no matter the challenges that come your way. Pursuing growth relentlessly is the key to unlocking your fullest potential. Life is not meant to be lived in stagnation or complacency. Growth is not a one-time event. It's a continuous journey that demands dedication, commitment, and an unyielding desire to improve. The most successful people in the world are those who are never satisfied with where they are. They are always looking for the next level, the next opportunity to become better, wiser, and stronger. Growth starts with a mindset that refuses to settle. It's the understanding that no matter where you are right now, you can always be better tomorrow. This isn't about being dissatisfied with who you are. It's about recognizing that the potential within you is limitless. You're capable of so much more, and the only way to realize that potential is through relentless pursuit of improvement. Growth isn't optional. It's a necessity for those who want to live meaningful, successful lives. The process of relentless growth begins with education. It doesn't matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. Books, courses, mentors, experiences, these are the tools that can accelerate your growth. But they only work if you're committed to using them. Every piece of knowledge you gain is a stepping stone toward becoming the person you were meant to be. No matter how successful you get, never stop learning. Those who think they know it all are the ones who stagnate, while those who are constantly seeking knowledge are the ones who move ahead. Pursuing growth relentlessly also means taking action. Knowledge alone is not enough. It's the consistent application of what you learn that creates real change. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and listen to all the podcasts, but if you don't take what you've learned and apply it to your life, it's just information, it's not transformation. Growth requires doing, not just knowing. You must take what you learn and put it into practice every single day. It's the daily effort that adds up over time and propels you forward. Relentless growth also requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth happens when you push yourself beyond what's familiar. When you do the things that scare you, when you tackle challenges that seem impossible, that's when you truly grow. Comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're always playing it safe, you'll never reach your potential. So seek out discomfort. Embrace the challenge. When you're willing to face the unknown, you'll find that the rewards of growth are often greater than anything you could have anticipated. Another crucial element in relentless growth is resilience. The road to growth is never smooth. There will be setbacks, failures, and obstacles along the way, but it's how you handle those challenges that determines your progress. A relentless pursuit of growth means that you don't let failures define you. You learn from them, adapt, and keep moving forward. You stay committed to your path even when things aren't going as planned. Resilience is what allows you to keep going when everyone else would give up. Growth also requires consistency. It's not about making huge leaps every day, but about showing up every day, doing the work, and making incremental improvements. Consistency is what compounds over time to create lasting change. Small, daily actions, when repeated over time, lead to extraordinary results. Don't focus on instant success or immediate results. Focus on progress, however small. It's the consistent effort that will take you further than any big, sporadic burst of energy. To pursue growth relentlessly also means being willing to let go of what no longer serves you. As you grow, you'll outgrow old habits, old beliefs, and even some of the people around you. Growth requires change, and change often means leaving behind the things that hold you back. Don't be afraid to let go of things that keep you stuck in the past. Embrace the new and the better version of yourself that's emerging as you continue to grow. Finally, relentless growth is about taking responsibility for your own development. You can't wait for someone to come along and push you or for external circumstances to change. You must be the one who takes charge of your growth. This means making the decision every day to better yourself, to seek out opportunities, to invest in your personal development, and to push beyond what you thought was possible. You are the only one who can make your growth happen. In the end, pursuing growth relentlessly is the secret to living a life of fulfillment and achievement. It's about continually striving to be better, to learn more, to do more, and to become more. The pursuit of growth is a never-ending journey, but it's the journey that leads to everything you've ever dreamed of. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Keep growing, keep pushing, and watch how your life transforms. Embracing solitude is one of the most valuable and transformative practices you can adopt. In a world filled with distractions, noise, and constant connection, we often fear being alone. But solitude is not something to run from, it's something to embrace. It's in those quiet moments when there is no one else around that we find our truest selves. Solitude isn't a punishment, it's a gift and opportunity for reflection, growth, and self-discovery. The truth is, you can't truly know who you are if you're always surrounded by the influence of others. It's easy to get lost in the noise of society and the opinions and expectations of family, friends, and colleagues. But the moment you allow yourself to be alone, you create the space to listen to your own thoughts, your own desires, and your own voice. Solitude allows you to connect with yourself on a deeper level, without the distractions of external influences. When you are alone, you can be free to think, to dream, and to decide what you truly want from life. Solitude also gives you the chance to reflect on your life, to evaluate where you are, and to make adjustments to your course. When you're always surrounded by others, it's easy to get caught up in their agendas and lose sight of your own. But when you embrace solitude, you give yourself the time and space to assess your life with clarity and honesty. You can take stock of your goals, your progress, and the areas where you may need to improve. Without the pressure of constant interaction, you can hear your own inner voice guiding you toward the right decisions for your life. Another powerful benefit of embracing solitude is that it allows you to recharge and reset. We live in a world that is constantly moving, and it's easy to become overwhelmed by the demands of life. But when you embrace solitude, you give yourself permission to step back and replenish your energy. Just as a battery needs time to recharge, so does your mind, body, and spirit. Solitude provides that space for rest and renewal, allowing you to return to the world with greater focus, creativity, and clarity. It's not about running away from life, it's about giving yourself the time and space to strengthen yourself so you can return to it with greater purpose. Solitude also fosters personal growth. In those quiet moments alone, you can reflect on your strengths, your weaknesses, and your potential. You can take the time to read, learn, and explore new ideas. You can cultivate your own interests and passions without the influence of others. Personal growth requires time for introspection, and solitude gives you that time. It's in those quiet, solitary moments that you can truly focus on your goals, develop your skills, and work on becoming the best version of yourself. It's important to remember that embracing solitude doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It doesn't mean cutting yourself off from relationships or avoiding the joy that comes from connecting with others. It simply means recognizing that solitude is a powerful tool for self-improvement. It's about learning to be comfortable in your own company, to enjoy your own thoughts, and to value the time you spend alone. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's self-sufficiency. It's about being at peace with who you are, without needing anyone else to validate your worth. One of the greatest benefits of solitude is that it allows you to cultivate your independence. When you are always surrounded by others, you can become dependent on them for support, advice, or validation. But when you embrace solitude, you become your own source of strength. You learn to trust yourself, to make your own decisions, and to rely on your own judgment. Solitude teaches you that you don't need external validation to feel complete. You are enough on your own, and this independence is a powerful foundation for personal and professional success. Solitude also offers a profound opportunity for creativity. The mind, when freed from external distractions, has the space to explore new ideas, new possibilities, and new solutions. Great ideas often come in moments of solitude when you're not caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. By embracing solitude, you give yourself the chance to tap into your creative potential, to innovate, and to think outside the box. It's in the quiet moments of reflection and solitude that the seeds of great ideas are planted. Finally, embracing solitude is an act of self-respect. It's a recognition that you don't need to be constantly surrounded by others to feel valuable. You are enough just as you are. The more you embrace solitude, the more you realize that your value doesn't depend on others' opinions or company. You develop a deeper sense of self-respect and self-love, knowing that you are whole and complete on your own. This self-assurance frees you from the need for approval and empowers you to live life on your own terms. In the end, solitude is not something to fear, it's something to cherish. It's in solitude that you find clarity, strength, and direction. It's in solitude that you reconnect with your true self, recharge your energy, and nurture your growth. Don't be afraid to spend time alone. Use it to your advantage. Embrace solitude, and you'll find that it becomes one of your greatest allies on the path to success and fulfillment. Staying disciplined is the foundation upon which all success is built. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers, the ones who make things happen from those who only talk about it. It's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but true success comes from the ability to stick with it, day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is a habit that you must cultivate. It's not something you're born with, it's something you develop through consistent action. It starts with small, daily choices. These choices may not seem significant in the moment, but over time they compound to create extraordinary results. The key to building discipline is making it part of your routine. The more you make disciplined actions a habit, the easier it becomes to stay on track. The path to success is often filled with temptations that try to pull you off course. You'll face distractions, excuses, and moments when it seems easier to quit. But this is when discipline becomes crucial. When you stay disciplined, you train yourself to resist the temptations and to stay focused on your long-term goals. It's about understanding that the short-term satisfaction of giving in to distractions is nothing compared to the long-term rewards of staying committed to your goals. Discipline is also about consistency. It's not enough to be disciplined for a day or a week. It's about being disciplined every single day. Success doesn't happen in bursts. It's the consistent effort, the daily actions that over time lead to breakthroughs. When you stay disciplined, you build momentum. Each small action you take adds up, and before you know it, you've created a foundation that can support even your biggest dreams. It's easy to fall off track after a few setbacks, but those who stay disciplined understand that setbacks are just temporary. They don't let them define their journey. One of the most important aspects of staying disciplined is the ability to make sacrifices. Discipline requires you to make choices, and some of those choices will involve giving up things that don't align with your goals. This might mean sacrificing time with friends, avoiding distractions, or even putting aside comfort for a while. But in the long run, those sacrifices will pay off. The price you pay for discipline today is far less than the price you'll pay for failure tomorrow. Discipline also requires the ability to delay gratification. In our fast-paced world, we've become accustomed to instant rewards. But success is a long-term game, and it's the ability to delay short-term pleasures for long-term gains that will set you apart from the rest. When you stay disciplined, you understand that what you want most is worth more than the temporary pleasures that might divert your attention. This mindset allows you to stay focused, even when the road gets tough. Another aspect of discipline is self-control. It's easy to give in to impulses and emotions, but true discipline comes from being able to control your actions, not letting them be dictated by temporary feelings. When you're disciplined, you make decisions based on your goals, not on fleeting emotions. Whether it's sticking to a diet, working through a tough project, or waking up early to work on your dreams, discipline is about acting with purpose, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's also important to recognize that discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. There will be times when you slip up, when you miss a day or fall short of your goals. That's okay. What matters is how you respond. Do you get discouraged and quit? Or do you get back up, learn from the setback, and keep moving forward? Discipline isn't about never making mistakes, it's about not letting mistakes keep you from continuing on the path to success. Every day you choose to get back on track is another victory. Staying disciplined also involves a strong sense of accountability. If you want to stay on course, you need to hold yourself accountable for your actions. Don't wait for someone else to motivate you or to tell you what to do. Take full responsibility for your progress. It's easy to let others or circumstances dictate your actions, but discipline means taking control and holding yourself to the highest standard. You don't need external motivation when you're internally driven by your goals and values. Finally, discipline is a choice. It's easy to make excuses, to blame the lack of time, or to justify why something isn't working. But successful people know that the key to getting things done is making the choice to be disciplined, even when it's hard. They make the choice to prioritize their goals and to stay consistent in their efforts. They don't wait for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances. They create those circumstances through their disciplined actions. In the end, staying disciplined is what turns dreams into reality. It's not the big moments of inspiration that lead to success. It's the small, consistent actions taken day in and day out. When you cultivate discipline, you create a powerful force that propels you forward, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Discipline is the foundation of all achievement. It's the one thing that, if mastered, will guarantee your success no matter your goals. Stay disciplined, and the results will follow. Keeping the right perspective is one of the most powerful tools you can develop in your life. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day struggles and challenges, but those who seek to understand that perspective shapes everything. The way you see things will determine the way you respond to them. It's not the circumstances that control your life, but your perspective on those circumstances. When you shift your perspective, you change the way you think, feel, and act, and ultimately you change your outcomes. One of the keys to maintaining the right perspective is learning to see the bigger picture. In the middle of a challenge, it's easy to get bogged down by the details, to focus only on the immediate difficulties. But those who thrive are able to step back and ask themselves, what is this really about? When you can zoom out and look at the situation from a broader perspective, you realize that most challenges are temporary. What seems like a mountain in the moment may, in fact, be a small hill when viewed from the right angle. This shift in perspective allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles and helps you stay focused on your long-term vision. Another important part of maintaining the right perspective is developing an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your focus away from what's going wrong and toward what's going right. It's easy to get caught up in complaints, frustrations, and negativity. But when you train yourself to focus on the positives in your life, no matter how small they become magnified. By appreciating the good in your life, you begin to attract more of it. Gratitude allows you to see abundance instead of lack, solutions instead of problems, and possibilities instead of limitations. Having the right perspective also means recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey. No one's path is smooth, and everyone faces difficulties. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is how they view setbacks. Successful people don't see failure as something to be feared or avoided. They see it as a stepping stone on the road to success. When you maintain the right perspective, you understand that failure is not final. It's simply feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. The most successful people are the ones who fail the most because they understand that failure is a natural part of the process of becoming great. Perspective also plays a crucial role in how you deal with people. Every person you meet has their own experiences, struggles, and viewpoints. When you keep the right perspective, you realize that other people's actions are often a reflection of their own experiences, not a reflection of you. Instead of reacting emotionally or personally, you learn to respond with empathy, understanding that everyone is fighting their own battles. When you adopt this perspective, you become less judgmental and more compassionate, which in turn leads to better relationships and greater success in both personal and professional environments. The right perspective also involves taking responsibility for your own life. It's easy to blame external circumstances for your challenges, your job, your upbringing, the economy, or other people. But the truth is, you are in control of your life. When you take responsibility for everything that happens to you, you regain your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become an active creator of your own future. Keeping this perspective allows you to take control of your decisions, actions, and mindset. You begin to see that no matter what happens to you, you always have a choice in how you respond. It's also essential to maintain the right perspective when it comes to time. Many people live in a state of urgency, constantly running around in a frenzy, thinking they need to do everything at once. But successful people understand that time is a valuable resource, and they are mindful of how they spend it. They focus on what matters most and prioritize their actions. By keeping the right perspective on time, you can avoid the trap of busyness and instead focus on meaningful work that moves you closer to your goals. Keeping the right perspective also means understanding that happiness and success come from within. So many people look for external things, money, status, possessions, or other people to bring them happiness. But when you maintain the right perspective, you realize that true happiness and fulfillment come from your own mindset, your own sense of purpose, and your own ability to appreciate the present moment. When you stop chasing external validation and focus on internal peace, you become free to live life on your own terms, unaffected by the opinions or circumstances around you. Finally, maintaining the right perspective requires a sense of purpose. When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to stay focused, motivated, and on course. A clear sense of purpose helps you navigate challenges and setbacks with resilience because you have something bigger than yourself driving you forward. When you see your challenges as part of a larger mission, they become less overwhelming and more like stepping stones to success. In the end, the right perspective is the lens through which you view the world, and it's the key to how you shape your future. By choosing to see the bigger picture, practicing gratitude, learning from setbacks, taking responsibility, and prioritizing what truly matters, you set yourself up for long-term success. Remember, it's not what happens to you that matters, it's how you choose to see it. The right perspective is a powerful tool, and when you cultivate it, you give yourself the ability to rise above any challenge and achieve your highest potential.